Welcome to the Cookland channel. I'm Dave and you're in my kitchen. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming. Stay a while. Hopefully you like what you see what you like, and maybe you'll come back too. First things first, please hit that subscribe button for me. The road to 1,000 subscribers is on and popping. I'm almost there. And if you hit that subscribe button today, you would really be doing me a big favor. Please and thank you. And you guys have been asking for some more Jamaican content, and see it ya. Today is Good Friday and we're doing a traditional Good Friday thing for my family. We're gonna be making Escovitch fish. The first things first, we gotta get this fish washed up and clean. When we clean our fish, it's not just rinsing off the fish. We're not just wham bam, thank you ma'am, running it under the water and saying it's clean. We're checking the fish for quality. You might have to go back to the fish mom and say, hey man, you sold me a rotten fish. Checking the eyes for clarity. You're checking the flesh for firmness. You're checking that smell. You're curating. You inspect your fish inside and out. Run your hands over to feel the scale. If you have to do any extra scaling. If you feel a little bit of scale, you're just gonna scrape towards the head. You just scrape it down. You're gonna hear it, and you're gonna start to see those scales popping off. Add a little bit of vinegar, salt, and then we have our cut limes, and we're gonna get some lime juice in there. You don't want to mess up the texture of your fish by having it in too much acid for too long. The acidity from the vinegar and the acidity from the lime is gonna start making ceviche out of your fish. It's gonna start cooking the fish without cooking it. So you're gonna try to make this as quick an affair as possible. When you have your fish all inspected and they're looking the way how you want them to look, give them a little rub with the lime, you know what I'm saying? Rub off the little rawness off of it, you know what I'm saying? Yes, cooking removes bacteria and this and that and the third, right? But this is our little tradition that we do. You know, it makes us feel better. It makes the fish actually taste better when you use these methods. So at the end of the day, even if it doesn't do anything by a CDC, FDA standard, what have we lost? What have we gained? If anything, we've gained flavor, right? So we're gonna continue to wash our fish. Don't let the people them tell you, say, you don't have to wash your fish because it's okay. Wash your chicken, wash your fish. Scrub it up. Okay, our fish is all squeaky clean. I got the fish on a rack because we are gonna be frying the fish, right? So I wanna dry it as much as possible, get as much excess water off of it. The next thing you can do is pat your fish dry. Now, I don't really like to waste a lot of paper towels because they just go in the garbage. What you can do if you have clean kitchen towels, when I say clean, I mean clean. We just bust out of the pack like these. Lint-free, clean kitchen towels, and you just pat your fish dry. You wanna smack it around. You can give it a little, you know, for the inside as well, because the water will leak out from there and in your eye. Once your fish is patted nice and dry, what you want to do is give it a couple of scores. And I like to go like a little, not Adidas, straight line. That's a little out of bias. So you just want to pierce the flesh, and you don't want to go all the way through till you're peeking on the inside. You just want to make these grooves, and these grooves are going to hold a little bit of seasoning. They're going to allow our fish to lay flat in the pan and not curl up. Presentation-wise, it looks really cool. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to do 3 or 4 scores on our fish, just like so, and then set it aside and continue. Seasoning the fish is pretty easy. You don't really have to do too much. You want, you know, I like when your ingredient speaks for itself, and you don't want to overdo it. Do you like fish? Do you like fish, or do you just like a bag of seasoning? It's, you know, I'm gonna ask you. That's up to you. You actually like fish, or do you just like seasoning? I'm just gonna put it out there. Just think about it. Let that sizzle in your spirit, as a country way would say. I have some this all-purpose fish seasoning. I'm not endorsed by Nestle or Maggi, but this is something that's pretty good that you can use. I have serious connections, isn't it? So my cousin brought me some fish seasoning straight from yard. So I'm gonna be using my fish seasoning straight from yard, which is a blend of the same things you're gonna find here. Seasoning. It's a little bit of everything, and it's just blended up already, and it's like ready to go. If you don't have a good cousin like me who can bring you stuff from yard, you can use some magic. And yeah, it's a little bit different, but the same, you know, it's the same general idea. It's an all-purpose seasoning that has a bunch of stuff in it. So we got our blend. Just gonna grab a fish, and you're gonna start from the inside. And you want to season well, all up in the creases and crevices. When you season the outside, what you want to do is let it hang like this, right? That way it opens up these little slits that you made, and the seasoning can go in there. You know what I'm saying? Bam. Season all in face, everything, because you know how we get down. We eating everything. One down. About a dozen to go. It's just that simple. You get yourself a nice all-purpose seasoning, and you go to work. So what I'm going to do is start preparing the oil to fry by adding some aromatic ingredients to the oil so that it flavors the oil. So I'm going with a couple pieces of ginger that I lightly smashed, a couple pieces of garlic that I lightly smashed. Truthfully, I should have put this in before the oil got heated up at all, just so it builds the flavor as the oil heats up. Try to add these ingredients while your oil is still cold. So I made a little boo-boo, but it's okay. Last but not least is a little piece of Scotch bonnet pepper. Scotch bonnet peppers have a tremendous amount of flavor. If you use them whole like this, they put the flavor in without the excess amount of heat. All right, let's catch up. After the fish was all seasoned up, I had it set aside for a while, and I got a little busy. Y'all didn't want to see me cutting up all this stuff. So what I got here is some onion, some carrot, some bell peppers, some scallion, and some garlic, and one Scotch bonnet pepper. I removed the seeds and minced it up really fine. So what we're gonna do is build our pickle for the Escovitch. That's the big part of the Escovitch. That's what makes it an Escovitch, Escovitch, ceviche. It's all down the same line where we're using an acid, we're using vinegar to accentuate the flavor of the fried fish, right? So we're gonna go over to the stove and build our pickle. All right, first things first, my good cousin came through again. I got a bunch of allspice, AKA pimento, straight from yard. I'm just gonna grab a little handful and toss it in this pot. And what I'm gonna do is just toast them a little bit. Toasting spices is always great for that. You release some of what's locked inside. I'm gonna add to this a little bit of dried thyme. I start to smell the thyme. I start to smell the allspice releasing some of its flavor, so that I know it's ready. A little bit of oil. That's about a teaspoon of oil. And now I'm going in with the garlic and the Scotch bonnet pepper. While you're heating the garlic and you're heating the Scotch bonnet, it may come up a little bit strong on you. So you want to do this really quickly. You don't want the garlic to burn, and you don't want the Scotch bonnet to really get aggressive with you and start making pepper spray. Okay, I hear a little bit of popping going on. That means that the allspice are hot, so they start popping like popcorn. And I'm gonna add to this a cup of vinegar. Now I use both white vinegar and apple cider vinegar because I like to mix it up a little bit. I like a little bit of the sweetness of apple cider vinegar with the punchiness of the white vinegar. I'm gonna add to this a teaspoon of sugar, pinch of black pepper, pinch of salt, half a cup of water, and I'm just gonna cover this and bring it to a boil. This has come to a boil. The first thing we're gonna do is add carrots. Just gonna cover it and let it go for about 5 minutes. The carrots are the hardest part of this, so we want them to soften really nicely. While the carrots are getting soft, I'm heating up this oil and I'm paying attention to the temperature. I want to get this oil to about 350 or 360. Been about 5 minutes. We're gonna add our bell peppers and the onions. And a little bit of the scallion. Not all of it, just a little. And what I'm doing right now is just bringing some of the carrot up to the top and submerging some of the other ingredients. But the carrots have had their time. I'm gonna cover this again. We'll bring it to a boil, and as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm gonna take it off of the heat because we don't want our stuff to soften too much. So we're right about 360. 350 is the actual temperature that you want your oil to fry at, but as soon as we drop a piece of fish in here, the temperature is gonna drop. I'm gonna remove the aromatics because they're done their job to flavor the oil. Time to fry some fish. I'm just gonna grab the first victim and lay it in nice and gentle. Let's see how much it dropped. 60 degrees. It went from 350 to about 290, so about 50, 60 degrees. And you see that happens very quickly. So we adjust our temperature to bring the oil temperature back up to around 350. Okay. Now after a bunch of frying, here we are. Don't those look great? Don't these look great? So we've got our fish, it's all fried well, and we've got our pickle. So what we do is just dress our fish with some of this pickle right over the top. I'm gonna garnish this with some sliced green onion, and then we're just gonna grab some of this pickling liquid. So that's it, Escovitch fish for the Easter season. If you like this dish, give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. If you didn't like this dish, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Just participate. If you make this dish, take a pic. Take a video. Send it to me at the Cookland Channel on IG, thecooklandchannel@gmail.com, to my email. Send a pic, send a video, send comments, whatever it is, just participate. And most importantly, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.